Hi, this is Mark from Sound Matters and welcome back. Today's video is a short one on how and why you should clean your stylus regularly. So, why should you clean your stylus? The stylus being the diamond tip that's on the end of your cantilever as part of your cartridge here. So obviously this little guy, and that's what's responsible for tracking your records. So if you think about it, you know, even the most determined and most thorough vinyl connoisseur who looks after their records uses a carbon fibre record brush before and after they play back each side, and you know, they clean their records meticulously if and when they do become dirty. If they buy any used records, they make sure that all of them get either cleaned by hand or run by a record cleaning machine. Even in that case, there's always going to be airborne dust, cat hair, all that sort of stuff, dust and debris that's in the air that will get onto the record surface whilst you are playing the record. And if there are any remains of dirt and dust and grime within the groove, you will find that your stylus will literally plough through all that stuff and will pick up gunk and dirt and build up debris over time onto the stylus surface. And of course, that's not a good thing. So A, that's going to degrade the tracking, the audio quality that we hear, but B, it's actually going to shorten the life of your stylus and potentially shorten the life of your records as well, as you transmit and cross-contaminate the dust and dirt from one record to another. So you're going to want to make sure you keep it as clean as possible, both for the best audio performance, but also for the longest life of your stylus. You know, a diamond might be one of the hardest known surfaces to man, but the abuse that it goes through playing literally miles and miles of groove to play your records is going to take its toll over time. And if it's coming across extra obstacles and extra issues along the way, then of course naturally that's going to speed up the wear. You're going to get flat spots on that stylus and you're going to need to change it sooner than you might otherwise do if you take regular care of it. So more often than not, your cartridge or your turntable will not ship with anything to clean the stylus with. So if you're lucky, it may ship with a very basic brush like this. So, you know, obviously if you are using this, this is better than nothing. And always, if you are cleaning your stylus, move from the back to the front, never the other way around. Don't push from the front to the back, as you may damage the cantilever in the process, which will obviously render the thing needing replacement, as it won't track the groove properly after that's happened. You won't be able to line the thing for love nor money. So if that's all you're using, it's better than nothing. But I highly recommend you get a purpose-designed stylus cleaning system. So the one that I use is by GrooveWasher. It's no secret that I'm a big fan of GrooveWasher products. I think they're some of the best designed on the market, and they're highly effective for both record cleaning and also for stylus cleaning in this instance. So I use the GrooveWasher SC1 stylus cleaning system, which is essentially this little pot of fluid here, stylus cleaning fluid, and this purpose-made brush here with the fibre bristles on the end. So this is a significant improvement on the basic brush that I just showed you, in that it's a lot longer handle. So let's talk about the brush first. The handle is much easier, much more ergonomic to hold and control. It has this nice curve which makes it easy for you to get to the underside of the cartridge and ultimately to clean the stylus. It has very thick, well placed bristles that are not only thick in nature but soft on the stylus and soft on the underside of your cartridge in general, but enables you to clean the underside of the cartridge as well as the stylus tip itself. So this can be used both dry, like so, after the end of each side. So you just put it backwards and forwards, front to back a few times, and that will take off any sort of loose dust and debris that might have built up. But over time, of course, you're going to find that stubborn gunk and things that don't come off easily with a dry cleaning method build up on the surface. So they then have the SC1 stylus cleaning fluid. I really like GrooveWasher's approach to fluid. They're well researched. They've got a good lab in process with people that know what they're doing when they're designing this stuff. There's no harsh sort of horrible chemicals and things that are inside this fluid. It's perfectly safe to use on your stylus, and it evaporates quickly and doesn't contain high amounts of alcohol, which some other solutions may do. So all you would do in that circumstance, of course, is just drop a tiny amount of the SC1 fluid onto the surface there. So I've just got a little bit on the turntable there, which I never normally do this close, but because of the camera, of course, I'm trying to get this on film. But with a small drop of it on there, we can then, as I say, do the same again, pull from back to front a few times, and that will quickly take off all the stubborn gunk that may have built up under the surface there. Now, I do that every so often in terms of a few plays, so it's up to you how often you do this, but, you know, I don't know, every couple of records or so would be pretty thorough, to be perfectly honest with you. But keep an eye on it. You can use a USB microscope if you really want to be detailed and take a look at what the condition of the stylus surface is like, or you could use a jeweler's loupe or a microscope of some variety. You could a magnifying glass of some variety rather. So just anything that would just enable you to inspect the surface a little bit easier, because, you know, with the naked eye it's difficult to tell what the condition of the stylus is. And that's another topic for another day in terms of, you know, does the stylus need replacing? How often should you replace the stylus? We'll tackle that in another video. There's information on the website about that over at yoursoundmatters.com. But for today it's about cleaning, so, you know, keep an eye on it if it starts to look like it's building up, but just to be on the safe side, every few records I use the fluid as well. But after the playback of each side, pretty much, you know, if you really want to be disciplined, you do a dry clean after each one, because there's going to be a small amount of dust build up, loose dust, after playing the side of each record, side A and side B. So that's basically it. As I say, I do recommend the SC1 stylus fluid. There are obviously other products on the market in terms of how you can clean your stylus. Whatever you're doing, something is obviously better than doing nothing. But I really do like the GrooveWasher SC1 stylus cleaning system. Other options that are on the market that I do like, though, is the Onslow Zero Dust, which is like a gel-based system where I will leave a link in the description, but it's a gel-based system where you lower the stylus with using the arm here into some gel that literally just for a couple of seconds, and you pull it back up again and it takes the grime and the dust with it. But yeah, I really recommend the GrooveWasher SC1. It's affordable and easy to use and highly effective at keeping the stylus clean. If you look in the link in the description of the below of this video, you'll see a link to the product where you can buy it, and there's a nice discount that I'm able to offer subscribers and viewers of this video in order to purchase that, 10% off using the discount code in the description below. I'll also drop some links to our full review of the product over at yoursoundmatters.com and any other further information that you might find useful on this topic. So thanks very much, and we will see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.